Yo, 1 2 1 2. This thing is on. What's going on, y'all? I may cuss, but I don't curse. Let's get that situated first, alright? Back with another one for the Tauruses and the Taurus energy out here. We're gonna do a reading. And yeah, pretty much that's about it. If you need to get in contact with me, the link to the website is in the description box. You know, I got products and services and stuff like that, just in case you're interested. Also, if you want to hang out with me, if you're not doing anything later on tonight, you know, just stop by, get notified. Bars are nice because I'll be going live doing my astrology after dark starcast. Yeah, so I'll be live, and just come hang out. If you can't make it, it's understandable. It's Friday. You know what I'm saying? Like, who would do a podcast on Friday? Me. That too. Friday night. But really, if you are available, come hang out. If not, you can catch the replay. It's all good. With that being said, let's get these cards read. Bars because I'm nice. A little shuffling in there. That's the card, y'all. I ain't even gonna hold you. That's the card, whatever it is. I'm taking it and we're running with it. Alright. Okay. The number 3. The number 3. What does that look like, though? Y'all tell me. Bars. I just keep rhyming. I can't help it, right? I'm nice. But yo, look. I see like this one's kind of deep. I see like you know, the street wires. Where we used to throw our sneakers on top of over the street wires and all that. Definitely a New York thing. Probably just a urban America thing, really. I see a broad too, like a bikini top that came off. Couple of things, few things. If y'all see anything, y'all let me know if I missed anything. But we got the number 3 out here. That's what's important right now. We're going to get the book because this is from the blind spot deck, y'all. I want to know what blind spot are we not seeing, perhaps in the Taurian energy. You know what I mean? This is also for cross watchers included. You're all welcome. This is a place for you to be. You know what I mean? But yeah, let's get to it. Number 3 is self-concept. Self-concept. The concept of self. Duh. Alright, look. If you have drawn this sigil, your blind spot is your desire to see yourself and for other people to see you as a good person. Oh boy. The ego is the singular identity that you call by your name. It is an amalgamation of all the things you identify with, the things you call I, me, or mine. Ego is self-concept. Facts. Because we are raised relationally dependent in a society in which our survival depends upon each other and has for thousands of years, the only way for ourselves to survive is if we are in the good favor of the rest of the social group. The rest of the social group, beginning with our parents when we were young, have to approve of us. They only approve of us if we are good. It's in quotation marks too. I would have did that too if I wasn't holding the book, you feel me? That is if we are being in a way and doing things in a way that is deemed good by the specific individuals around us. There is no real clear distinction amongst humans between doing bad and being bad. Therefore, the single most important thing to the human ego or sense of self is to believe itself to be good. This means you have been making other people the bad one in order to see yourself as the good one. You have been spending your life consciously trying to become anything that you associate with goodness and trying to see that in yourself. At the same time, you have spent your life trying to avoid the things, you associate with badness, and your mind will actively avoid seeing these traits in yourself. We tend to be completely unable to see when we are being or doing something in a way that we have been taught is bad, such as hurting other people. In order to avoid shame, we cope by deflection, denial, and reframing so we can believe ourselves to be good. If you have drawn this sigil, the painful truth that you have to face relative to this situation is that you are telling yourself that you are doing good and right, when in fact, if you were completely self-aware as well as aware of the objective truth of the entire situation, you are the one who is currently doing what you yourself were considered to be bad and wrong. What? If you wish to transcend this blind spot, you must be willing to feel the ineffable discomfort of seeing the parts of yourself that fit into the category of badness. You have to be willing to see the impact you are having on other people. You have to commit to seeing yourself through their eyes and from their perspective. And ultimately, instead of separating from them by making them bad and yourself good, you must practice taking them as part of yourself. Ask yourself, what am I unwilling to see, admit to, accept, and show to other people about myself, because it would make me see myself as bad, and or them see me as bad. Or them see me as bad? Question mark. This is some deep, even kind of feels like they're trying to play a trick on me psychologically, but I'm grasping what this is saying. I truly am. This is saying this is what this is saying, right? You've lived your life up to this point, y'all, believing that you're good, whatever that means to you, and probably you have some inclination that it means something to society too, because you're probably not under the jail right now, or swimming with the fishes or something, just terrible, those types of results. So you probably perceive yourself to be a good person overall, right? And what this definition is saying is that's the actual blind spot, because you have framed or reframed or finessed your image to, first off, believe yourself as this thing or image, self-concept. So even if or when you were bad, right, quotation marks, you have framed, reframed, shaped your identity to not be. Oh, it was because of this. It was because of that. They struck first. What would you do if you was in my situation? But look, right? It's like you can do no harm. You can do no foul. And I get it. I'm grasping this. What it's saying, though, is to reframe it again and to say that you're bad, because you're actually being bad. You know why it said, which baffled me at first when I first heard it, you're actually being bad, thinking that you're good, because you may have caught me saying this before, you may have heard somebody else say this before, you've probably said this before, maybe, that you're going to be the bad guy in somebody's story. I don't care who you are, what walks of life, you're going to be the bad guy in somebody's story. Even if some of y'all might have had friends, I'm picking up this too, some of y'all might still have friends too, or had friends that says, you're just too good, goody two shoes. I just got finished saying, who does a podcast on a Friday night, right? Me. And someone maybe say, look at goody two shoes. We out shaking our ass. You over there doing a podcast on Friday night. Ain't nobody coming to see your ass live, boy. What is you talking about? It's Friday night. And I'm like, whoa, Kimosabi, calm your tits. I feel like doing a podcast on Friday nights. You not coming? Pause. Why you so mad? Why you so serious? So you get where I'm going with this? You get my angle? Sure, I might think, oh, I'm better than y'all. Y'all going out to get shit-faced and fall all over the place and wake up with your dick glued to your leg and it's a boy cigar in your mouth and you don't know, nobody knows who the dad is. You're going to show up on Maury 14 years from now. That could be, and I ain't even say, let's say I ain't even say all that, or you didn't even say all of that. You could be looked at that type of way because you swear up and down you're being good at home on Friday night, while everybody else is out doing the devil's work or some shit like that. You get what I'm saying? So now look, that's that. Had to decipher that because they was definitely talking in parables with that definition. So that's where it's at, huh, Taurus? This is a real intriguing concept topic that we've already been talking about so far. I like this energy regardless, because it's like, okay, I'm definitely excited to see what's next. So Spirit, tell us what's next. Tell us how we're going to piggyback off of that number 3 self-concept card. How do we frame ourselves as bad then? What do we, Spirit, show us what's going on. Show us what's going on. Because I'm not going to ask too many questions. I'm going to read and I'm going to feel my way through. That's what I'm going to do. Spirit, give us some oracle cards. What do we have here? Gold. I know you have to soft. Gold is soft, y'all. So gold is also ruled by Leo in astrology. Leo rules over ego, self-concept. We cooking. What else we got here, Spirit? What's that? Mortification. I know that got something to do with that card is deep, right? You see that eye in there? Yeah. Mortician. Maybe have to deal with something that deals with death in some type of way, the ending of something. I have to get more familiar with that card again. I know I'm familiar with it, but it's been a minute. Give me one more oracle from this deck, Spirit. What's this? Mercury. Mercury. Okay. Yeah, we gotta get the secrets out right now. Somebody's gotta do it. Somebody's gotta do it. I got y'all covered, Taurus. All right, let's deal with gold first. Gold is a material in alchemy. That's a fact. Page 1. The alchemist gold is no ordinary gold. It is not found in rings or coins or necklaces. Excuse me. It is a substance buried deep within, sometimes referred to as gold of the wise, philosophical gold, the ethereal stone, or the divine quintessence, among countless other names. For our purposes, we seek not the physical metal, but the mystical essence within each alchemist. How do we recognize it? Excuse me. How do we recognize it? It mimics qualities of the metal itself, soft and radiant, and its planetary counterpart, the sun, warmth and bright. It's no wonder gold is associated with the heart. When this card arrives, there is something of incredible value at hand. It is marvelous and rare. Cherish it, get to know its properties and its source. The gold card carries a distinct shadow. If mistaken for a purely physical material, it can lead to greed and excess, causing the alchemists to lose their way. Reverence is the key. So some of that energy has been highlighted in politics right now. Mainstream media, let's just keep it to that. Mainstream media is on fire right now when it comes to gold used, or gold symbolized as merely the metal, as it spoke of, right? Purely physical material. If it's only seen for that, that is where these types of traits get embodied, of greed and excess. The self-concept becomes grandiose, illusions of grandeur, and empowered people bulldoze, or whatever the case may be. But you see how I'm defining this? It even confirms even more of what the whole good versus bad thing is, right? I'll give you an example, perfect example right here. I might as well use it because it's all in alignment. It's all in the downloads. I was earlier thinking about the mayor of New York City who has just been indicted on these charges, right? I'm going to make my point. Should I? Yeah, I might as well continue now. So got indicted. I'm going to get right back to the reading, y'all. Got indicted on these charges, right? I'm not going to read off the charges. I kind of forgot them already, but I can tell you the gist of it. The gist of it is this. Some type of bribery thing was going on. They was gifting him, foreign internationals were gifting him with gifts, lavish hotel trips, laying up, bringing companions with you. Oh, okay, bang, 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 bang. I do a favor for you. You do a favor for me when you get back in New York. How about it, buddy? So buddy goes back to New York, comes back here, tells the fire people, like, yo, Make sure these codes get inspected in the correct type of way. Even if they're not ready, make them ready. And I need this building for my people out there in Turkey. Okay. That's the gist of what happened, right? So I'm like, okay, now, a lot of people are saying, oh, time for the mayor to get out of there, resign, terrible mayor anyway. A lot of people also like him, you know what I'm saying? So, but at this point, you can understand how people are turning on him, right? So what, is he bad now? Was he good? Did he always believe he was good? Does he still believe he's good? Is he not willing to acknowledge that he's bad? Is he not willing to acknowledge that he's always been bad? Because we see him as bad now, or who sees him as bad? You, me? I don't know. That's why the question mark was at the end of the definition when I read it, right? Smoke and mirrors? What the fuck is going on out here? Yo, New York is so crazy and on fire right now. I'm just waiting for the Joker and Batman to pop out. Like, that's how wild it is up here right now. No bullshit. But you see where this is leading, right? You see how this is all forming and aligning, right? That's what happens when, and there's some little nuances and details as if you read about this stuff, you might be like, oh, peculiar that the timing is now. You've been watching him since 2000 and what? It's been some years, right? But my thing that I questioned is, okay, so foreign internationals can come to my country and get access to my people's money. I'm speaking as the mayor right now, right? Can come to my country, come to my city and get access to my people's money, but I can't get access to foreign internationals' money. How is that? I'm just saying, I'm just framing it, right? Framing it, reframing it. I'm being inquisitive. I am being devil's advocate right now. How is that so? There is no, I scratch your back, you scratch mine's going on here. I just wanted to make sure I got that right, okay? And according to federal law, or whatever they got going on right now, that's what it is. Foreign internationals can gain access to our money, but we can't gain access to theirs. What's the next card? Mortification, which is a process in alchemy, if I'm not mistaken. Bars. Fucking nice. Album coming soon. Where we at? That's a fact. I'm telling you, and I'm really being inquisitive, right? But it's a fine line. Does it seem like a blurred line or what? Or am I tripping? I don't think I'm tripping. I think it's worth questioning, just because mortification is the great alchemical operation of darkness. Darkness. What was once composed now decomposes. What was once presentable is now despicable. Yo, what are we just talking? What are we talking about here? It's all, Spirit, you're so gracious. This stage cannot be avoided. The underworld has taken us into the dark interior of its belly, and where we reside until spring. Through the natural process of decay, we descend into depths we didn't know existed. The alchemist soon finds mortification is a stage of regeneration and sacred power, where the soil is fertile and rich, offering nourishment for tomorrow. This stage cannot be rushed. The darkness must have time to do its work, to dismantle and to loosen, to free us from old scripts and stories. As we learn to surrender to this great operation, the earth churns and wisdom whispers in the dark. She envelopes us with grace and the promise of what's to come. This is what I'm saying, be like, and in this definition, right, darkness is actually the light. Darkness is actually the good thing, right? This is what I'm saying. Smoke and mirrors. Who's who? This is so deceptive. What the fuck is really going on out here? Because if this dude alleged is bad, why'd y'all let him go for so many years? He been getting gifts, been getting bribes. I'm using this as an example because I'm telling y'all to also at the same time simultaneously apply this to yourselves. Something like this may be going on in your life. And if not, this adds on to the blind spot. You may be unaware of it, totally oblivious to it because you don't see yourself as bad. Or you don't enable them to see you as bad. So here the darkness is talking about it can't be rushed, it must take time. Maybe that's what the whole dark, right? This is according to like Pisces rope too, right? I've been the first initial episode on the podcast, I was talking about the torch being passed from Pisces to Aquarius age, and how Pisces energy has a tolerant long rope. Pause, that's crazy. But it's a tolerant rope, a rope of tolerance that lets things fester and build and build, and it's passive and doesn't say anything, yet it's always watching. It's always discovering how far will you go, whether good or bad, I'm guessing. And then all of a sudden, gotcha. You know what I'm saying? So now we get this information, we get to perceive. Do we shift, reframe our minds from good to bad, from bad to good? What's going on here, Taurus? What's going on here? It seems and feels like it's some type of exit going on with the Taurian energy. That as individuals, there needs to be some type of stronger discernment when it comes to assessing people, what they say, what they do, who they're becoming, because the Mercury card is next. Who they're becoming or who they're advertised to us to be, right? Because how do we know people are really who they are? We don't really know these people that are put in front of us. They're advertised to us. You know, unless you work in government or in that case, right? But let's pin it on us. Let's put it on y'all, Taurus. Let's put it on us. People who know you, do they really know you? They have a perception on you based upon their interactions with you. And it's like everyone you know does not know the same person. Not necessarily, you know? There's a group of people, maybe there's be a predominant percentage of the group that'll say, yeah, that person is like A, B, C, and D. And then you get these others that are scattered. It'll be like, oh, y'all ain't heard about X, Y, and Z? Y'all ain't hear about EFG? Out this motherfucker? Y'all wow. Right? But does it make you bad? Does it make you good? Type shit. What about that part? You know? In the realm of Mercury, anything is possible. The energy is transfixing and seductive, just like the metal itself. Since the planet, you see what I'm saying? Advertising. Mercury rules over third house, Gemini, which also rules over advertising. Okay, let me rewind. In the realm of Mercury, anything is possible. The energy is transfixing and seductive, just like the metal itself. Since the planet rules commerce and communication, it's likely there are deals, contracts, and calls being exchanged that will spin you into a whirl of mercurial wonder. Don't rush big decisions or get caught in the mesmerizing energy. Rather, pay particular attention to the precise words that are being spoken and written. There may be a trick underway. Hold on. Man, I feel like a pastor today. There may be a trick underway, maybe not. No one is sure yet. It is said that the energy of Mercury is found in the pinky finger and that its ally color is green. Enjoy your time in this emerald hall of mirrors. Just don't sign your name on the dotted line until what is liquid becomes solid, until clear words are expressed by an honest tongue. Clear words are expressed by an honest tongue. So look, there's something about, now I can get to us, now I can get to you, Taurus. There's something about us that is not being clearly stated. I'm hearing the word transparent, and there is a need for it. It is actually a requirement for it. For those of you who are in business especially, it's kind of like parallel this to going to a job interview, right? And they say, can I see your resume? You hand them your resume, which is more than likely framed for the position because, you know, depending on your age, you may have been at a lot of different spots, got a lot of different things, accolades and stuff you could put on there. Sometimes we shift it and arrange it to suit the position that we're going for. So you hand it to them, right? Now, they may pull one of those Okay, we'll call you back in a few days to see what's going on. But you, right? All you know about this company is what they are, what you're seeing in the advertisers. Maybe you're going to interview for Chipotle or something like that. You know what I mean? And just like, oh yeah, Chipotle. You know, the food. People stand in the line, they get it, they love it, they do reviews. But do you really know Chipotle? Do you know what's really going on in it? Not saying that they got a whole bunch of shit going on, right? I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, do you really know the inner workings, the operations of Chipotle? So let's say you get this job. First thing, you signed up to be a line cook, right? Next thing you know, 2 weeks in, they got you calling you the pots, then the pans, then they got you at the window. Do they do drive-through? I don't know, but let's say, you know what I mean? And then you like, wait a minute, I ain't signed up for this shit. But guess what? During the interview process, you supposed to sign up. You supposed to ask them a question before you sign that dotted line and say, hey, are you going to have me doing anything that is outside of my job description? Because I noticed a lot of corporations do that to keep company expenses down. Be an asshole about it, whatever, right? Because you're going to be bad anyway, right? Are they going to see you as bad? You get what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm bringing it in now. Pause. But are they going to see you as bad? Remember, question mark. Because you're so good, right? You want to get a job. You want to earn. You want to be responsible. You want to do it the legal, legit way. So you go and you do this. You get on a resume based upon what you've done in your life. And then the next thing you know, you get signed up and they got you doing pots, pans, in the fucking drive-thru? The fuck out of here, B. So there's an importance being put on transparency when it comes to contracts. This comes to communication as well, right? Maybe that's why I'm going live all of a sudden, because maybe people want to see me while I'm in mid-verse. Like, yo, what you mean by that? Calm your tits. Or something like that, or whatever, you know? And I got to explain myself because I'm communication, we're being interviewed. This is Mercury stuff, right? How dark am I, right? Because you come across, they may say, hey, you come across as a dark figure, like, and I'm just making myself out to be bad, y'all. This is what I'm doing. Regardless if you think I'm bright and good, like gold, or if you think I'm like gold, I'm doing this all for the money and the power and the fame, and so I can see tits. You know what I mean? Like, who knows what you perceive me to be? I don't even know half the time, right? So this is why this is this way. This transparency box that needs to be opened. And I would say for particular things, I'm not saying your whole life has to be an open book, but think about this, right? Think about how, we're going to get to some tarot to even clarify this more. Think about how traditional record labels, think about the entertainment industry, which I'm very familiar with, if you haven't known that by now. Traditionally, yeah, strong gatekeepers, strong heads, but heads of the companies that have strongholds on who gets in and who doesn't, you know? And then the internet came along. Internet comes along, freed everything up. Technology enhanced, made things cheaper. So now more people, the barrier to entry has been almost discarded. It's almost no more, right? So now all of a sudden, what's happening? People who have been, or should I say not people, things that have been done, well, people too, I guess you could say. Things that have been done in the dark are now being exposed. We ain't even asked for none of this shit. Oh, have you? I haven't asked for everybody's business to be put out there. That shit is just... Cat Williams did an interview and now here we are, right? And it's just like, bro, my question is this. And I've been on this type of timing ever since a lot of this stuff has been coming out. Some stuff I just be like, yeah, I could have seen that a mile away. Like I seen that years ago, or perhaps, right? Not accusing them, but I'd be like, yeah, I know the traits, buddy. I read people, you know? But still in all, when you are enabled to do things, it's because someone other than just yourself is also benefiting from you doing those things. So let's say someone who's caught up in the hype or caught up in some legal troubles right now that has benefited from their actions for years upon years upon years upon years. Let's ask this, right? Are they bad now? Now? Are they bad? Were they bad then? Or they're bad now, but they weren't bad then? How much did they have to make, not only themselves, money, mind you, and how much money did they have to make everyone else involved before they were bad? Because I'm guessing if we all knew the rules from the beginning, we'd have been able to monitor and be the judges of if something was bad or not, right? It's like, I know my parents read my first contract that I got. I was 12 years old. My parents had to be there. Thankfully, I found them. Like, they was in the streets. I had to go in the street and find out. I found their ass, though. Yeah, yo, look this shit over, because I'm about to get signed. I was 11, matter of fact, not even 12 yet. So the transparency, right? Perpetuity is a word that is in contracts. It means forever, yo. It means the entire existence of. Do people know that when they go to sign the dotted line? And if not, who's bad? If anyone's bad at all. This popped out, so I'm taking it. The Mother Star, which is unique to this deck. I'm actually believe I'm going to have to go find a definition for that. Spirit, what else we got going on? Yeah, I'm cooking. I feel this entire thing now. Both of these flipped over. I'm taking them, all three of them. Page of Wands in reverse. Knight of Pentacles upright. Five of Wands upright. Let's take a pause here, because I already see something just from the pictures. But y'all get where I'm going with this, right? And whoever's the gatekeepers of the, how far does this go up? Does shit roll uphill? Will shit start? Shit is kind of rolling uphill. Because that's not a term, right? Shit usually rolls downhill. But now shit is rolling uphill. Well, how much fun? I know the hill don't go no higher? Come on, B. Because if a lot of people benefited from all of these bad actors, are all the benefactors going to give back the money that they've earned and benefited from this? Man, I could get paid for being a devil's advocate. I'm telling you that shit right now. Am I lying or what? Let me get to this Mother Star card. This Mother Star card, I like the way this looks. I feel like this is someone too, for some reason, like a dark-haired woman maybe. This may be a dark-haired woman in your life. Very intense look. Very regal too, very royal. No, I'm not gonna say demure. But alright, let me see if I can find this definition, yo. The Mother card, right? The Mother Star. This has gotta be in the back. Let me see. Perhaps, maybe. Okay, might be in the front. At the end of the arcanas. Yep. The path that has led you to where you are today has been full of twists and turns. There may have been times when you doubted yourself and lost faith. Get some light in here. Okay. And lost faith in your guides. Faith in your guides, y'all. The Mother Star's appearance means you are coming to a place now where you can look back and see that every setback served a purpose and every failure taught you a much needed lesson. The strength, courage, and character you've gained along the way have made you into a unique and resilient person. It's time to step up and embody your full potential. The mother star holds a cup and a sword. She wears a pentacle around her neck and is flanked by wands. Her journey and soul exploration connect her in a balanced way to each suit of the minor arcana. And if she appears in a reading where you have a specific yes or no question, she represents a resounding yes. Her guide, the gentle three-eyed winged tiger, is also here to offer you assistance, vision, and strength as you embark on this new chapter of transformation. You know what's mind-boggling to me right now? And y'all let that marinate and resonate the way that you feel best. But the way that I'm feeling to read this is that the question is, are you bad? And the answer to that is yes. And I think the reason why I'm feeling so strongly to say that, not only because that's what was depicted in the first card, in the 3 card, recommended and suggested in the 3 card. This is our blind spot, Taurus energy, if you're applying it to your chart. So for the benefit of the doubt, it's like, consider yourself, reshape, reform yourself as bad. Give it a shot. Give it a go. See how it feels. Now, I'm not necessarily saying to do some chants or self-affirmations. I'm not. But at the same time, what I'm saying is, I just seen a video too, and I've heard this before, but I just got finished watching, I was doing something, I decided to play YouTube, turned on this beautiful video, and it really broke down the concept of the physical plane being an illusion. Best interpretation of it I ever heard. And they came from a place of saying, like, this is only a piece of it. This physical, tangible part. It's only part of what we got going on here. There's a whole bunch of other stuff going on. So if we perceive ourselves to be, the subconscious mind the subconscious mind does not know the difference between good and bad. It just is. I know you've heard that before. If you're on this channel and you're hearing this reading, you've heard that before. So this is what I'm picking up now. Just go, give it a go. You're not going to curse yourself or you know what I mean? Perceive yourself as bad. Oh, everything you got to this far, all those hard learned lessons, the setbacks that actually probably prevented you from doing some shit that, I don't know, might make you look good. This is funny, right? I'm laughing because this is funny, right? Because these figures that I'm pointing out, and this is not to clown anyone's situation, right? Apparently, it could happen to anyone. My point here is that these people were advertised to me as good people, right? Somebody had to put them in place, or was it something? I'm going to say somebody, because I'm not excusing people taking action. Whatever is working through us is working through us. Pause. That's crazy work. You get what I'm going with this, though? You get what I'm saying? Now, look. This page of wands that's in reverse, I'm telling you, was something that was off about the advertising. There's something that's off about the advertising of you. It might be something off about the advertising of me. 1, 2, 3. You get a fucked up advertising. You get a fucked up advertising. You get fucked up advertising. I'm serious. Because especially if they're self-concepts, right? I could put up a photo right now, and if I caption it about myself, somebody is going to be like, nigga, yeah, right. And you've done the same thing. You've posted something online today. You've posted something on your social media today that someone just took the wrong fucking way. Or maybe within the week. Maybe within the month. Somebody, not everybody fucking with your joint is fucking with your shit. Right? Somebody popped up with a banana inside. I don't like that shit. Right? So this is what this page of wands in reverse is telling me. The self-advertisement, this may be a clue. I'm feeling like this is a hint. Self-advertisement, self-proclaiming and stuff like that. We may have to veer away from that. Let other people be the judge. And I know what you're saying right now. As soon as you heard that, nah, fuck that, because then they're going to tell your story. That's how people start telling your story. And then you get seen and perceived like this, that, and the third. Remember, we're bad now. We're bad anyway. Let them. Because what happens if you turn out to keep surviving and see the mother stars out here? You made it that far. Bars. Fucking nice, B. Who's to say you ain't gonna keep going? And then next thing you know, you running the whole race with this, I would say, internal proclamation that you're bad, when all of a sudden it's the opposite. You're good? Now question mark. You good? I hear somebody else saying like, yo, you good? Somebody wants to know too. In New York, that can mean about 15 to 20 different things though. But someone's asking if you're good right now. But you may be looking at them like not wanting to answer the message back. That's random, I know, but I'm picking up on that because you may think that it's funny. Or you may be a native New Yorker and just be like, which good are you talking about? And suspicious of it, so you haven't answered back yet. Or you might be wanting to ask someone if they're good. Now this Knight of Pentacles, because of what I'm expressing revolving around this communication, this type of communication and this advertisement in a way that is not self-grandizing, you know what I'm trying to say. Self-grandiose, right? You can benefit as far as wealth goes. You can benefit as far as wealth goes. I'm feeling like this is a person, okay. This is a person in your life. Or it's you. It's like it might be a business. It might be a business ordeal. It's a platform of some sort where some of the participants debate and they compete. However, you're more like a standout. And it's based upon you're going to be able to carry this flag of you're bad. This is one of the most awkward readings I've ever done. I've done some strange readings, but this definitely is up there with the rest of them. And you've got your eye like on the prize, while the others who are in the same industry or in the same platform, in the same harem. Why I gotta say harem? What the fuck is wrong with me? You get what I'm saying though, right? They're looking at each other while you're looking at the prize. You may even be looking at someone because of this. And what I'm getting is, should you maintain that type of composure and refrain from saying who you are, swearing up and down who you are and how you are? Because I know you've heard this before as well, right? You don't really know what you're going to do until you're in a person's situation. So we can critique and analyze people and make assessments on them and be like, yeah, that's fucked up. If that was me, I would have did. That ain't you. And you might not know until or unless that is you. And you might not want to know what you would do if that were you. But peep game, right? I feel and sense this strongly by this imagery. That Knight of Pentacles is you or someone in your life that works with you, or you work with them. And you, after this Page of Wands in reverse energy and description has been acknowledged and adhered to, that aha moment comes. You're like, okay, I'll be the bad guy. You need somebody like me. You need someone to point the finger at. Okay. And then the competition is right there. That's what they do. Look, that's what they do. They point fingers and call people out, and they've called you out already. And now they on to the next one. They're going to call each other out. Somebody else is online that's going to get called out as well. It's what the fuck they do. But slow moving, right? Knight of Pentacles, gradual growth, pause, because that's crazy word. But gradual growth, steady is the pace that wins the race. Bars, that's not my bars though, so don't try to like sue me. And then the next thing you know, you benefit from it. So let's backtrack a little bit. Remember I said, well, what happens to all of the people who benefited from these people who were so bad? Where's the money? You're gonna give back the money? Because in some cases, you know, there's some civil suits. People settle this, settle that, settle this, settle that. But is that all? I don't know, man. I mean, shit already rolling uphill, man. It's a big hill. Right, Capricorn? It's a big hill. I know this is a Taurus reading, but y'all know what I'm saying. Read in between the lines. But you're going to get yours. Because you've heard this message. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know how to navigate through this now. It was a blind spot. It's not anymore. Until next time, I'm out.